The Jewish people. Their journey has been one of history's most improbable survivals. No matter what corner of the earth they have inhabited, Jews have been confronted with the daunting task of adapting to new societies while striving to continue Jewish tradition, often amid an atmosphere of anti-Semitism.
I was born in Lodz, Łódź in Polish, a large industrial city. And when I was 6 years old, there were some rumors of war, of Germany, which of course I didn't understand at all. And within days, things started changing drastically. There were soldiers. I was told they were German soldiers. And we as Jews were immediately stripped of all our rights. And then one day, my family was told that we would be relocated. We stayed in the ghetto until August 1944. We left the Lodz ghetto with the metal factory workers. However, instead of ending up in a metal factory, we ended up in a place that name meant nothing to me then, but I remember arriving there in the cattle cars. We all stood against each other with mother's hand on my shoulder telling me, "It will end, this will be over." And then the train stopped. And I just recall the color of the sky and a horrendous stench. I didn't know then what it meant, but we were in Auschwitz-Birkenau.
From the mid-1600s through the 1800s and throughout the Second World War, millions of Jews made the United States their home. These waves of newcomers profoundly shaped the nation as a whole. Through politics, religious expression, the arts, and so much more, every generation of American Jews helped to pave the road to freedom and acceptance.
After the war ended, the killing stopped, but our stories did not. I remember my first bath. First time sitting at a table, eating with utensils again.
People do not exist in isolation. Humanity needs to understand history in order to come to understand where it's going.
The reason why, some 30 years ago, I started speaking about my childhood is because I feel a very strong responsibility to remember, particularly the children who didn't survive. I was the lucky one. I survived, so I owe it to their memory to tell about the suffering that they went through and the ultimate killing. And also to teach our young people what we human beings are capable of doing to each other. Important lessons. I'm very fortunate to live here and be associated with the Sherwin Miller Museum.